So let's try to determine the volume of this structure right here. Now I could easily count the cubes, but sometimes it's just not the most effective way or the fastest way of doing things. So let's look at layers. Now we know we can find layers by looking at the faces of our structure. That means the top, the bottom, the sides, the front, the back. Whatever face you see. So right away I see this front face. So I'm gonna put my layers based on this front face. So in the front I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 cubes. My front face has 12 cubes. But when I look at my structure, I see that if I take my front face out, I still have another layer behind it, my back layer. Now, it's going to match my front layer because all of these cubes match, which means these cubes have to be supported by one underneath them. So my back is also going to have 12 cubes. So I had 2 layers. I looked at the front and it had 1 layer behind it. Each layer had 12 cubes in it. So when I multiply that together, I'm going to get a total of 24 cubic centimeters as my volume. Let's see if we're correct by looking at a different way of layering or looking at a different face of our structure. So we've already done the front. How about we look at the top? I'm going to isolate my top and count the cubes just on my top. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I have 12 cubes on top. Now, they're on top, which means that they're not floating in the air, that there are cubes underneath them. So if there are 12 on top, there has to be 12 on the bottom. So once again, I have my top layer and my bottom layer, which makes 2 layers. Each of my layers has 12 cubes. And so 2 times 12 is 24. Okay, so we looked at the front. We've looked at the top. Is there any other face I can see that I can look at layers for? I can look at my side face. Over here on the side, I see how many cubes. 1, 2, 3, 4. There are 4 cubes in this side. And I keep going back. I have how many layers? I'm going to draw my line so it's easier for me to see. Let's see, we have 4. My second layer of 4. My third layer of 4. My fourth layer of 4. My fifth layer of 4. And my sixth layer of 4. So I have 6 layers. Each of them had 4 cubes. And 6 times 4 is 24. So the volume of this structure is going to be 24 cubic centimeters.